Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? This your boy Food Junkie, just coming at you with another. I ran across this story a couple days ago, and I wanted to talk about this story for a while because it kind of been intrinsic to what I've been talking about with my own story. I'm not a football player or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I did play football in high school, but the reality is, it's just that story kind of resonated with me because of what I've been going through recently. As you guys know, I recently came out to my family, and it wasn't like the big old huge hoop de doo and hoopla situation in my coming out story. So that's not it. It's just that it's just that you know I was tired of not talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a secret. It just wasn't talked about. And with this, I found that it was something that I wanted to talk about. So I talked about it. You know, that's what it was. But back to the topic at hand. It's not about me. It's about this young man. Ryan Russell was drafted in 2015 by the Dallas Cowboys. He spent the last 3 years playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He is now a free agent due to the fact that in 2017 he had a shoulder injury that kept him out of football for a while. But he has said that he have been bisexual or had sexual fluidity in his life for a while. It was not about the person that he was sleeping with. It's about the spirit of that person, basically. Like I said the other day, um, he said that it wasn't about the sex of the person. It was about the connection he has with the person he was with. And he said that when he was with women, he pretty much was waiting for the other shoe to fall, and when he was with men, he was waiting for the other shoe to fall as well. As far as people saying that it was just a phase that he was going through, and him realizing that it was not a phase, it was just who he is. It's just who he is. The fact he have um, true bisexuality. Like I said the other day, bisexuals really do exist. There are people who can be generally attracted and happy with either guys and or girls, you know. And it doesn't mean that you're out there necessarily swinging your royal oak towards that. It just means that you are in a position where you are sexually attracted to both sexes. You find things sexy about women, you find things sexy about men. You know, there is a sexual fluidity in all of us that if we choose to just look at it from a distance and from afar, what's not, we can recognize it. It's not saying that we're always going to act out that sexual fluidity, but it's the fact that there are times and moments that we do. There are times and moments that we are extremely comfortable with our sexuality and things of that nature. So that's what this is about. Like I said, I ran across his story because he has a new YouTube channel actually. Um, this is Ryan Russell I'm talking about. He is the only open LGBTQIA male player in the Big Four sports. The Big Four sports are the NHL, the NBA, the NFL, and the MLB, which is all those broken down. The acronyms, it would be the NBA will be the National Basketball Association. The NFL will be the National Football League. The NHL will be the National Hockey League, and the MLB will be the Major League Baseball. Um, so those are the big four here in this country, and he is the only open, active athlete playing today. Of course, we have known of several athletes who have come out as gay. The big story was a couple years ago was Michael Sands. Michael Sands was right before this young man was drafted, and he said that during that whole situation, when he saw all the scrutiny and the things that Michael Sands was getting, he decided to go back into the closet. Although he was like he said he never was in the closet, which I can understand that concept and that aspect of it because if you're just living your life, you're not really going up to people. It's not what's going on with you because it's not their business until it is their business per se. Hello, hello, hello. Um, he was never really in the closet, which that I understand completely because it is something that is not something that you discuss with people because no one's business really, to be honest with you. You know what you do and how you do it is just what you do and how you do it. You know who you choose to be with is who you choose to be with, and it's nothing big or something that needs to be announced. You know, saying people are nosy because they want to know what's going on, but is it really any of their business? And my answer is no, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to be involved in the process or in the act of whatever it is that I'm doing, you know. But yeah, he said he never really came out was not. But then he said when he had this really bad breakup with the guy, he wasn't eating, didn't get out of bed. He was pretty much going through it, whatever. And he came out to his family. And his family was really supportive. He said that's when all the troops started rallying behind him, per se, to allow him to express himself the way he wants to express himself. And that he said that was a great thing for him. He said that was something that was good and cool that he needed in that moment, you know. And basically, he said that it was kind of was a lifesaver for him. That was his moment of freedom, his moment of expression, his moment of self to find out who he was and what he was about, things like that. But yeah, it was really cool listening to his story. He was talking on CNN, and I was like I said, I ran across his story on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel with his now boyfriend, um, and the YouTube channel is called Corey and Russ. Basically, it was their first video where they actually introduced themselves to us, and then Russ, which he goes by Russ. His name is Ryan Russell, but he goes by Russ. Russ basically told his story, just came to us and talked to us and talked with us about, what it was like, saying a couple of fears he had, saying how he thinks that living your most authentic life is something that you can actually do. And he said he thinks that coming out and telling his story will make him a better team player for football. And I kind of understand that. I kind of agree with that because what he was saying on CNN was that when you are hiding something from the world, you're not able to really focus on what you're doing at the moment because you're worried about someone finding out about your secret. And once you release that secret, release those secrets of yours, your mind is free and open for you to actually concentrate on what is going on, concentrate what is happening in that moment. So yeah, that was a pretty good concept that I thought was really good based on what he did. You know, he's currently a free agent, like I said, looking for a team to, um, you know, play for. And he said that he had some pretty good numbers. He said the past couple of years when he was playing before he got injured, where he did some major sacks on some pretty prominent quarterbacks. He made some pretty good moves, well, it's not to help his team win. He think that being um, open has nothing to do with his ability to play football. And be true to himself has nothing to do with his ability to play football, which I think is very true. You had a good point that, when someone's going into corporate America, you're not announcing, you know, who you're sleeping with. It's not important. Well, it's not. You're just there to do your job. And he said football is his job. And he think that, people taking it to the point where it's like, being looked at as if it's something wrong with who he is because he happened to be attracted to the same sex. He doesn't understand that. But it was a good story. It was a good interview. I just thought it was something that needed to be spoken about and talked about. So like I said, changing up my commentary, to talk about things that is a little bit more, well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? To give you a well-rounded picture of who I am and my interests and things like that. But yeah, I think that it was really cool that he came out. Him and his boyfriend did a little kissing on camera, which is cute, whatever. But yeah, it was just something that really needs to come out. And I think that it helps a lot of athletes. 'Cause I think that they said that the statistics is that sexuality. And I think that someone needs to be the first one to do it and actually be able to play and be successful in the game. And I think that he is happy to be that person, you know what I'm saying, to live in his truth and hopefully help someone else or many other people in the process. Because you can't really live your truth when you're constantly hiding yourself. You really can't be your best person on the field and off the field when you're constantly hiding who you are and things of that nature. So I think that it was something that was really, really nice to have happen. I'm happy that I ran into the story. I actually subscribed to him and his boyfriend just to, watch the story progress and see where they go, and see how things go with him, and see if he actually, saying, get picked up by a team and if he actually played and things like that. This story was done on the August 29th, so it was done like less than a month ago. So I'm not quite sure if he has gotten picked up yet or not. I haven't seen anything else on their page about him or what's going on with him. So it's be really interesting to find out what's going on with him and to just follow their story. And hopefully that, is a successful story. Hopefully that the story comes out to be a true success. You really don't want someone who is risking everything, their career was not, to not be successful in what they're doing, especially when they don't have any kind of negative intentions or anything like that on them. All they want to do is tell, their best story possible. So that's always a good thing, you know. So yeah, I just want to come to you guys and let you guys know about that little story about Ryan Russell, the only, I should say, openly LGBTQIA player in the big four sports. Once again, the big four sports would be National Hockey League, um, Major League Baseball, National Football League, and National Basketball Association, NFL, NBA, NHL, and MLB. Yeah, just want to come, and talk to you guys about that. As I always say, you guys take in what nourishes you, take in what helps you be stronger, helps you learn and be the best person you can possibly be. Take in that and discard the rest. Eat the meat and spit out the bones. Don't allow things that people say to and or about you to affect you because it doesn't affect you unless you allow it to. And I always say, you guys, love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, and respect someone else. Until next time, you guys, I will talk to you later. Hope y'all have a great evening. Until then, peace.